Hey, it's day 4 and we're going to carry on about weight. Okay, so these clips are here for you to try and think, right, we're in a restricted time, not going out so much. What can I do that's going to have a massive impact on my dog's arthritis? So these are short, sharp clips giving you tips and hints of how to manage your dog's disease better when we have reduced capacity to get out, to see the vet, etc, etc. So, weight control, we're still here. What are we going to do next? Again, the onus is on the owner because we're going to be talking about quotient, quantity, the actual amount of food that you're feeding. Now, I can't tell you exactly what you're going to feed your dog because there is literally hundreds, if not thousands, of dog foods and brands out there now. So I don't plan to try and give you precise advice. I plan to expand your mind and make you aware of your food into the bowl habits. Food into the bowl habits, okay? Now, first of all, the guidance on the package is just that. It is guidance. It is not set in stone. It is not definitive. Every dog is different. It is guidance. So what we have to first of all is take it as a guiding instruction for how much they think you should give. So start there, start on the low end of what they suggest scale. You might feed dry food, you might feed baked, you might feed raw, whatever you feed, but just remember it's guidance. Then you have to be acknowledging of what your dog's body condition score is. Now, if your dog's body condition score is high, then we don't want to feed for that weight. We want to be feeding towards the target weight. So if you've got a 25 kilo dog, and we're hoping that your dog is actually going to be around about 2021, that's where we should be thinking of feeding them towards. So feed what you want them to be, not what they are. Okay, now there are some rules with this, and that is why it's always wise having a chat with your vet nurse or your vet in your practice. Because if you've got a really severely overweight dog, then you don't want to try and aim for target weight initially. You want to go in between, because getting them to lose weight really quickly is not ideal. So if you know that you've got a significantly overweight dog, please get guidance. So back to the package. Do remember the worst advertising a dog food could ever have, no matter what brand they are, is unexplained weight loss. Terrible, terrible. So they're always going to play it a bit safe. It is preferable to have a dog that gains weight than loses weight on a food. So what I always say to people is start at the low end of the guidance scale. So if they were to say between 200 and 300 grams, I'd say play around the 200 zone, play around that area. Then you've got to actually see what it's doing to your dog's weight. So you go back to body condition scoring and you go back to actually objective weight weighing scales. You can even measure waistline and chest if you'd like to. Because what you have to do is see what it does over time. It's the same principle as us. If you were to go on a diet, you would have a weigh-in and you would then say, oh, okay, try harder. And you would have a weigh-in, maybe weekly, maybe bi-weekly, but you wouldn't be weighing yourself every day because there's too much fluctuation. Go for a wee and you suddenly lost 400 grams. So make sure that whatever food you choose and whatever amount, that you actually see what it does. So again, you have to do your weigh-ins. But also, more importantly, think about making sure that amount that you've decided to feed is the amount that you decide to feed. So instead of you just going, oh, I'm just going to do a couple of handfuls. Oh, it doesn't look very much. I'm going to add another one. Oh, shh, don't tell anyone. Or when people go, oh, I can't find the right cup. Oh, I'll just get another one. And I'll add another handful just for safety. We all do it. Let's not lie. We all do it. I do it. Luna's put on a little bit of weight. She's on a bit of a weight loss plan. But if we are seriously trying to get our dog's weight off, then we need to be making sure that we're accurate with how much we feed. How much do we put into that bowl? And in honesty, the best way to do that is to have some digital scales. They're not too expensive. Most homes have them anyway. But try and be more objective in actually measuring it out. Now, going back to this cup, believe it or not, they did a study where they gave a cup to loads of different people in a department, and they got them to measure out a cup load of food, and they took a digital weighing scale and reading of how much was in that cup. And through all the people that did this test, the actual cup amount varied from minus 18% to 80% plus what the guidance was. Minus 18 to 80% plus. That tells us that that cup way of measuring out food is actually really inaccurate. So that's why digital weighing scales are a really good idea. And my final little tip today is, if you choose to feed in a bowl, which is very practical, you know, you've got your house, your carpet, your floor, whatever. If you do, and when you put the food in the bowl that you've put on your digital weighing scales, and you know in your head, you think, oh, it's not very much. He's not going to be happy with me, is he? Oh God, he's going to think I'm really starving him. Then get a smaller bowl, because you need to also psychologically work on yourself so that you don't go, oh, just another little bit. I just had a few more kibbles. He, you know, looks a bit sparse. So that's today. I'm going to see you again tomorrow for some more tips. See you later.